And like one of the other traps is around being afraid of letting go of control. You know, it is really challenging to loosen the reins because as a middle manager, you know, often what happens is your scope of your responsibilities expands. There's lots of pressure to perform and you want to do a good job and you don't want to let people down.
Yeah.
And this is where that self-leadership really becomes so important. It's about knowing, for example, I may have some perfectionist tendencies. I might be a bit of a pleaser. And I love to look after people. You know, I really like to be compassionate. And when you focus too literally on leadership, it's not about being in charge, as John C. Maxwell says, it's about taking care of those in your charge. If you're not aware of your own tendencies, then things can play out really poorly. So I remember I was in a really, really pressured situation, not as a middle manager, but as an executive. And I was really worried that one of the people that reported to me was going to burn out. And so I thought I was doing the right thing. And I said, well, let's break up some of the work and make it more manageable. So I overloaded myself, took on a big chunk of their job as well as my job, because it was just unmanageable.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, what I actually ended up doing was I inadvertently disempowered that person. That person lost confidence because they felt that they couldn't do what was needed.
Right.
And so what happens is you might have the best of intentions, but if you're not aware of your own tendencies and how that can play out in different situations, you can have pretty far-reaching consequences for the team. So I think it all goes back to that ego that we were talking about and thinking about who do I need to be for the future, and not just right now, managing, you know, this pressure right now, because I can tell you I'd never do what I did again if I found myself in a similar situation, because I learned from my mistakes. I built those muscles. But I think it's really important. And the other thing with control is we can hold so tight that we end up stifling the creativity in our team, or your team feel that you don't trust them, or worse still, they stop trusting themselves.
Yeah.
So really important reasons to become aware of when control and letting go of control might be an issue for you.